My name is David, and if someone had told me that I would end up in the middle of a story like this, I would have never believed them. But now, looking back, I realize something was wrong from the very beginning. It all started when our college got a new literature teacher, Miss Lauren. Young, beautiful, confident. She walked into the classroom like she owned the place. Every guy in the class was obsessed with her. We would joke about her, fantasize, but none of us ever thought that any of us actually had a chance. At least, that's what I believed. One day after class, Miss Lauren asked me to stay behind. She told me I had potential, that I could achieve more, but I needed a more personal approach. Then she asked if I would be open to private tutoring. Of course, I agreed. Who wouldn't? The first time she came over to my house, she told my mom she was my tutor. My mom smiled, thanked her, and went to her room. The moment we were alone, something changed. Miss Lauren took off her glasses, ran her fingers over her lips, and looked at me with a smirk. "You're special, David," she whispered. I didn't even have time to process what was happening before she kissed me. That was the first time. After that, she came to my house every week. Each time we pretended we were studying, but we both knew what we were really doing. I was convinced I was the only one, that she had chosen me, that we had something real. Then I made the mistake of telling my best friend, Tom. We were sitting on the school steps when I leaned in and whispered, "Tom, I have to tell you something, but you have to swear to keep it a secret." He raised an eyebrow. I'm with Miss Lauren," I said, expecting him to be shocked, maybe even jealous. Instead, his expression changed completely. "Are you joking?" he asked. "No," I said, confused. He exhaled, then looked me straight in the eye. "Dude, she's been coming to my house too." I felt my stomach drop. "What?" "She told my mom she was my tutor, and then, well, the same thing happened." My whole world shattered. But that was just the beginning. We needed to know if there were more, if she had done this to others. So we threw a party, a big one, invited every guy from our class. At some point in the night, when everyone was drinking and laughing, Tom stood up holding a beer and said, "Guys, serious question. Who here has slept with Miss Lauren?" People chuckled, but then one hand went up, then another, then another. I could barely breathe. One by one, almost every guy in the room raised their hands. "She played us," I muttered, stunned. And then Tom smirked and said, "Want to hear something even crazier? She's here." Everyone froze. "What do you mean?" someone asked. Tom pointed at the closet in the corner of the room. A weird rustling noise came from inside. We all turned toward it. And then, before anyone could move, the closet door burst open. Miss Lauren fell out onto the floor, but she wasn't alone. Right on top of her, tangled up and red-faced, was Ethan, the nerdy kid from our class, the one everyone made fun of, the quiet one who was always buried in books. The room went dead silent. Miss Lauren scrambled to her feet, fixing her shirt, her face pale as she looked at all of us. Ethan just sat there, frozen, looking like he was about to pass out. And then Tom spoke. "Wait, isn't Ethan younger than us?" We all turned to him. Ethan swallowed hard, then muttered, I graduated early. I skipped 2 grades. I just turned 16. A heavy silence fell over the room. And then the realization hit. This wasn't just a messed up story anymore. This was a crime. Someone pulled out their phone. "We need to call the cops," a guy said. Miss Lauren's eyes widened. She shook her head. "You don't understand," she started, but Jack was already dialing. "Yeah, police. We have a problem," he said into the phone. Miss Lauren took a step toward the door, but Tom blocked her path. "You're not going anywhere," he said. She turned and ran toward the back door, but 2 other guys grabbed her arms. Within 20 minutes, flashing red and blue lights filled the street. Miss Lauren didn't even resist when they put her in handcuffs. As they shoved her into the police car, she lifted her head and stared right at me. Her face was calm, but her eyes, "You'll regret this," she whispered.